Gotta get the very white real fast. Hey, y'all. Hey. Welcome to the Audacity podcast. I am one of your hosts, Julian Creates. Y'all, you know where to find me. Y'all can find me everywhere, Julian Creates.
And I am your other host, Aaronica B. Cole, where you can find me at Aaronica B. Cole or Needle and the Bell. And we want to look, is it too late? Like, are we still saying Happy New Year?
I'm still saying it. Shit.
Okay. And what's the cutoff where we stop saying Happy New Year?
After the 15th. And this is
Okay, we'll go with that. In that case, Happy New Year, booze.
Happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year.
Welcome back.
Yes. Yes.
We,
I'm
you
happy
know,
to be back.
I'm glad. And you look nice, you look light, you look
Thank
wonderful and lovely. You look
you.
refreshed going into 2024. How do you feel?
Tell me more, my love. I actually, you know what? 2023, and we all know this because I feel like as a collective of people, I feel like 2023 was a little bit of a clusterfuck. It wasn't completely terrible, but it also wasn't completely awesome. But I also feel like that was a year that I needed, right? That was a year that I needed. And in coming into 2024, your girl feels good. Your girl feels great. How are you feeling?
Hmm.
hmm hmm
That describes it. Yeah. Reflective right now. I don't
Yeah.
I have not I'm excited for some opportunities, some things that I'm doing. Um,
Oh.
I think that there were some parts of 2023 that took a shit and clapped, just
Mm.
and as we are entering into 2024, things that you thinking you on the top of the world and then the world's on top of you a little bit.
Well, I don't,
So,
I actually like for things to be on top of me every now and again.
but I want it to be good if it's gonna do that and buy me dinner.
I mean, truth. Very true. Very true.
And
Very
it
true.
ain't even give me a 2 for 1 at KFC coupon.
Dang. They didn't even supersize your meal, huh?
They ain't give me shit. Not even some soggy ass fries.
Rude.
So,
Rude.
but it's needed sometimes. It's the refining of the fire. It's the refining fire. It's that second firing process and
hmm
things. Um, that yeah, that's where we at. But I will say, um, because I started back to work this week. Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Y'all, why is work ghetto? Just working is ghetto.
Well, here's
It's
the thing. I don't actually, well, what I will say is that when you're working for someone else and you're not feeling appreciated, whether blessings, and you don't feel appreciated, whether it is financially, mentally, emotionally, etc. Yeah, nobody feels like that shit.
hmm
Like no one feels like that. Or when you feel like your job is constantly in jeopardy and there's like an emotional roller coaster, right?
hmm
Um, for that, that's not a good feeling. And I think that more employers need to pay more attention to that, right?
Yes.
Um, I mean, me
Well,
personally, I was excited to go back to work though.
yeah, well, see, I wasn't. Lord knows I wasn't. And I was thinking, like, do I really can we start our own seams? Can I sew up my
Listen,
toes or something?
I'm ready. I'm just trying to
Um,
get Denver on board with like, I don't know, like massaging my feet or painting my toes. I'm like, just my toes are pretty.
child, my feet ain't.
I mean, like, I got nice feet. I got nice toes.
It
I'm
looks
just like,
like I've
come
been
on.
running for a long, long time.
Oh, well.
But some people like it rough, you know.
some-
Um, yeah, but especially since I was off for 3.5 weeks, it
Yeah.
was lovely. It was lovely, but now having to get back into that swing,
Yeah.
and it's only Tuesday that we're recording this,
And we
y'all. It's only
swinging
Tuesday,
only Tuesday.
and Lord, they trying to ring me out. You hear me?
They
Ring me
are.
out.
He was like, I'm not looking forward to this. All up on through on Facebook. I had to send him a message today, like, hey, boo.
And what did I say? Ghetto.
He was like, trash, just like I thought.
but we there, and the bills are still getting paid. That's all that matters. And over
End of the
again,
day.
at the end of the day, I do like my job. I feel like I do good work, but
Yeah.
you know,
One of the things that I do think that you do a really good balance of, and I know that like for a really long time, the the like the very trendy feeling was like work-life balance, right?
hmm
I really do think that you do an exceptional job of having a life outside of work, right? Like,
hmm
I do think that when you walk up out that door, when you close that laptop, when you have clocked out for the day in your head, that's it. And I'm really proud of you for that.
that's what you see. I will put it
That
that
is
way.
what I see.
Because
But also keep in mind that I'm also married to someone who does not do that.
oh,
And
well, there's that.
that
Yeah,
looks a little different, right? That feels different.
yeah.
And of course, he's also married to someone who is a workaholic, but only because for me, it doesn't feel like work and I just love what I do. So,
Right. And I think, you know, it went because I was on a call with somebody this week and they asked about what I do, you know, and I had to run the list. And I'm like, there's like, how do you find time to live? I'm like, I mean, here I am thinking I'm lazy and ain't doing much.
mm, that's how
Uh
I feel too.
I'm like, oh, okay. Well, but it's interesting. I think sometimes I do carry work into my time hours just because that's how my brain works. Sometimes on certain
Mm-hmm,
projects I can do them better at home at night
mm-hmm,
than I
mm-hmm,
can do them in the office because otherwise, literally, it's that like just that anticipation paralysis of things, and I can't get nothing done.
mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
that's
that
it.
catatonic stance, that
hmm
catatonic place. Yes, I understand that. I
hmm
understand that place well. I
At
do.
least I know when deadlines coming and stuff like that has to happen. That's the thing the way I have to do it. But
Yeah.
overall, um, I think some people will say that I take my passions and my hobbies to the level of a job. Um,
Mm.
but it doesn't feel like that to me. But it
Yeah.
also
Yeah. Yeah.
because it it's what I love to do, and it don't have to work for me to do it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like I don't have to put everything on it. It's not a job. So I don't get those same paralysis and stuff like that that I get with
Right.
work. So
Right. Yeah. But I think it's because you're also a natural creative who has analytical tendencies.
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
real good way to put it.
So we do have an Am I the Asshole?
We do.
And I feel like that is also going to take us into the actual full topic for today, which of course is in goal setting. Um, but I do want to talk a little bit about what we received over the holiday season because obviously I received a very large gift. Um, but I feel like that'll help, you know, lead us into some of these other really great topics that we have to share about.
I love it. Okay. So am I the asshole for not being happy to receive a handmade gift? Me and my friends got together for a late Christmas gathering and we did Secret Santa with a budget of $250. Oh, she got some nice friends. They got some nice friends.
Because that's the first fail. No.
Cause, ooh,
200, do these people have kids?
I don't get that from my mama sometimes. My parents don't even spend that much on me for Christmas. Any hoodles.
Hmm.
Well, it was not so secret Santa where we knew who each person got, but it was so we would only buy one person gifts so no one else would go out. Okay.
Hmm.
So edit for info. The budget of $250 is an expectation. As in expectation was each person spend that amount. It wasn't a max 250 budget where you can spend within your means. Even more. Even more.
But
Um,
here's what I do like about that. There's clarity. Like we're on one accord. You need to spend $250.
right. Plus this person has a higher paying job than me and is better off financially as well. And the whole friendship group agreed to this amount months before. I also saw gifts she gave to her own family when she posted on Insta, all branded items. So you even more mad. So I spent the $250 and bought my Secret Santa a Dior scarf. And wait a minute, a Dior. oblique mitzvah scarf. Chad, I don't know if I pronounced
I don't
that
know what
or
that
worded
is.
that right.
Don't
It
I don't even
sounds
know what
expensive.
it sounds. She had me at Dior.
Yes. I prefer Hermes, but it's okay.
Oh well,
Um,
shit. Excuse me.
but it's more expensive than $250 too. Update for info. She wasn't my Secret Santa, but she got gifted a YSL card holder from her Secret Santa, which cost more than $250. I was
For a
excited.
card holder, you know what? It's fine. Continue, please. It's fine.
I was
Stay
excited
in
to
my money.
receive my gift since $250 is quite a lot, so should be enough to get a good gift. Everyone else got some sort of branded item, whether it be skincare, makeup, accessories. However, when I opened my gift, it was all handmade items. It was two resin coasters, which weren't made very well. I could see the bubbles. Some bracelets made out of yarn. Those friendship bracelets. Sorry. Those friendship bracelets you have when you're younger. We're
Okay.
all in our 40s. A crochet turtle and a painting she did. It's watercolor, I think. Jokingly, I asked her how this cost $250, and she dead seriously responded that the kits cost money and crocheted animals are sold for quite a lot on sites like Etsy, and a bespoke commit of commissioned painting is priceless. Now I understand that it's the thought that counts, and if she couldn't afford the 250, I would have understood. But it's not that she couldn't afford it. She just decided to give me these items because she wanted to try making them. It's like, oh, you didn't want this junk, so gifted it to me. Am I the asshole for not appreciating these gifts? Apparently, I've really upset her by not being happy about what I received. But honestly, she had even added if she had even added a $50 Starbucks gift card, I would have been happier. I mean, if that works for you. Everyone else said I was overreacting and that it's a decent gift, but that's because they all got good branded items. I would have happily traded my gifts for the Dior scarf back, but obviously she said no. Hold on, edit for info. No, she is not a crafty person. She was just bored and watched too many crafty YouTube
Not
shorts,
she was just bored and watched too many crafts. No.
Instagram reels. So just passing the time by buying cheap kits off Amazon, and the painting she did was more like follow a YouTube tutorial and hope for the best. I also won't be hanging it anywhere in my house. She knows my daughter loves art, and we have her pieces dotted around our house.
Listen, you know what? Let me say something.
I'm
I'm not
done.
gonna judge. I'm not gonna judge the friend group for being like everybody is doing $250. Why? Because you know what? That was within their budget, right? So I'm speaking into existence that this year, as the Audacity, we're gonna do like some secret elf or something like that. Our max is probably gonna be like $20, $25. Okay. But here's the thing: when you subscribe to that and everybody agrees to that, there then that's what we're doing, right?
Mhm.
$250. First of all, the fact that somebody got a scarf, I would actually, me being who I am as a person, I would be mad if somebody spent $250 on a scarf for me because I would be like, for what? Am I supposed to wear this fucking scarf every day?
And because we sew, we know that's barely a yard of fabric.
What am I supposed to do with this? Like, is this gonna be a new bonnet for my head at night? Like, no, hard pass
And
for
not putting
me.
no $250 on your head like that. But here's my thing.
But also, her friends are shabby as hell for not holding other friend accountable for actually doing something or buying a gift that was $250. Look, don't use me as like your guinea pig for when you feel crafty or not. Either you are a crafter and your shit is worth $250 because if I crafted something and gifted it to you, it's gonna be worth it. Just like when you send me my green jacket, that's gonna be worth it. You feel me? It's different. We're so it's like this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? Here's
Right.
the thing. Bo asked me, he came home because my aunt who passed away last year, she left me all of her jewelry. I gifted Bo one of the necklaces that I thought that he would love. Here he
Hmm.
goes, telling my son, well, mommy, can you please make one for my friend at school? Here's the thing. Like, I get it. I sew, but I'm not like arts and crafts queen. Like, I don't just keep beads and shit around my house to do. Why? Because I do a specific craft or three
Hmm.
or four or five. Whatever. We're not even naming names right now. Okay. That's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. But like I'm good at what I do. I'm excellent at what I do. I go for excellence. I'm never going to just like half-ass something and gift it to someone and be like $250 because my time costs money. No. That is shabby behavior. Absolutely not. And it's not the thought that counts because that wasn't what they agreed upon. If it was a thought that counted, then they could have done $10. They said it was the money that counts. That's why they said it was $250.
And probably, especially, so it sounds like it's a woman group. And let's be real. And this is as a man around women and understand the power and the presence and the
Mm-hmm,
of
mm-hmm.
women. A lot of times their family don't get them gifts like they should.
No, no, no.
They're getting for other people. So this is a chance for y'all to give to like to
Exactly.
feed into each other, and you didn't quite do that. I'd rather you spend the $250 and you could have bought me an experience. You could have bought a paint and sip class. You could have bought the kits and given them to me.
You could have gotten me a gift card to a spa.
Yes.
$250?
Yes. But
$250.
do not charge me for your time because you want to experiment on me. And the friends, yeah, they
She
shisty.
said the resin still had bubbles. Now listen, I bought some cups where the resin still had bubbles, and I was like,
I didn't care. I got things with resin with bubbles. I'm like, if overall, if as long as it don't fall apart, I'm good. I'm good.
as long as it works, I'm good.
Yeah. Sometimes bubbles add character, but yeah, this was not.
Not for a $250 gift.
But also too, I think from the perspective of women, like these are women or somebody like that who are supposed to be helping each other, giving to each other, and really empowering each other in this moment, probably
Right.
that they wouldn't get any place else. So, like this is an expenditure that you're spending not on a family member but on a friend. For
Yeah.
you to decide that that is you basically did me like somebody on the street, like just
I think that that perspective is really an important one that you said right there.
so.
Because like I've been married for going on 10 years and have had to really kind of train my husband. Like I've got Amazon wish list. I've got like a specific thing of gifts that I would like. And it's not because he doesn't show up and love me every single day, but like my kids are young, they don't have money.
Right.
They can't go out and do like they gift the best that they can with what it is that they have, and I
Mhm.
appreciate it. But like your girl would like a $250 gift as well, so I think that that is such an important perspective to even offer here because oftentimes as women, as moms, as wives, we don't always get what we want. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to say that there aren't a lot of men out there that do specialize in gift giving because I've seen it. I've seen it on the Instagram. I've seen it on the tickety talk. I've seen it on the Facebook.
Ain't seen it in my life, but it's all right.
I mean, I've seen it on their pages, you
Right.
know.
Right. But
But also, gift giving is not my love language. I mean, gift receiving is not my love language. So
oh, I like getting gifts. I'll be honest with you.
I'm an excellent gift giver, though.
But also I realize that I like getting gifts just because it feels nice and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
also because I also like buying myself stuff.
Hmm.
I get a high in purchasing.
Right.
And usually it means a lot more to me when I buy it.
Do you get a
Um,
high from crafting a little turtle?
Wow. And it would have been, oh, bless your heart. Thank you so much. And I think
Bless your
also,
heart.
and what we are not accounting for is that this woman has a right to vent because basically she probably had to fake it in that moment when it was an expected expectation of us filling into each other in this moment. And I can't like if this is how you gonna do like it's a disrespect thing for
Julian, could you see her trying to fake that funk? Her opening it up, everybody over there with their Dior, their Hermes, their Louis
Mhm.
Vuitton, and she
She
like,
it's basically like going to a strip club and you think you going to the Mandingo Club and you get Tom Thumb while all your friends get the Mandingos in front of their face, just wagging and swagging.
He said, you know what?
And you got to be like,
Welcome back,
Hercules,
friends.
Hercules, Hercules.
Welcome back to the podcast. Okay.
Look, this what happens when I don't talk for too long. I just come out with anything. But literally, she had to do a Sherman, 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 Sherman. Like she really had to hype them up where and while she's still empty and just feeling wind. So it
And it's like hearing you say that, man, I feel it for her even more because the way that my 2024 is set up, I can't do that shit.
no, no,
Can't do
no.
it.
Now, no, I will be honest. This year I did make some handmade gifts, but I knew who they were for.
Yeah.
And I knew they would appreciate them. So I made
Yeah.
my aunt a whole little suit set, little knit suit set. So it was a skirt, a cardigan, and a
A
shell.
whole situation. Okay.
Hmm. Because I had promised her a suit some years ago, and she
Hmm.
still ain't got it from me.
And now
So
she did.
so now she has something, and she wore it to church on New Year's, and
She
was
wore it to
excited.
church on New Year's. I love
And
it.
said she had to. She and I mean, no,
She was
this
like,
was
I'm ready.
And this woman is what, 76, 77, and she up there FaceTiming me, had to show me in her outfit.
This said all my life. All my life.
I loved it. So like it's those moments that it's important, like
Yeah.
so like that was an important. And look, I made it on TikTok while I was on break. That's what I was doing. I was
Hmm.
making that. I also made my mother a dress
Yeah.
on TikTok for Christmas. So I know that they would appreciate that because I don't make stuff for people often.
Often, yeah. I feel like even you speaking about this, right? I feel like the gift was really tactless, right?
Hmm.
Um, because you intentionally made gifts for people who you knew would appreciate said gifts, and you took into account the things that they like, the things that they are into, the things they like wearing.
Hmm.
That wasn't taken into account. Like, I also made some Christmas presents. You know what I'm saying? Like Kalima got herself her little Skims dupe. So she got the little boxer brief shorts with a little matching top. Aurora had picked out some fabric like 2 years ago, and she got some like pants and stuff made out of that. And actually everybody's wearing their presents right now, which I love that for me because it did not end up being a waste of time. You feel me?
Amen.
But when we make gifts, I think that the best part about a handmade gift is that it's made with love for that person, with them in mind. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
it feels like that is not what happens here. Whether it costs $250 or not, it wasn't something that was actually made with her in mind. Because
Right.
what the fuck is she gonna do with this tiny ass turtle?
Right. Right. And in those cases, like especially because you don't know if this is what they would want or something like that,
Right.
you round it out with something.
Yeah,
You round it out with
exactly.
that gift card. Like if you're gonna make me something out of resin or something like that, you round it out with a gift card. You make
Yeah,
me a little jewelry box, you put a little something in it.
right. But I mean, put the jewelry in the box that you made.
Right. That's how you do it. Like
Right.
that's a better use, especially in this case. And in the way that this situation was described, because you really did not feed into your friend.
Yes, you didn't feed into your friend, and I think that's really important. Really, really important. Um, Speaking of feeding into our friends,
Hmm.
tell me what you have going on as far as goals for 2024 so that I, as your friend, can make sure that I can either help, I can hold you accountable, I can feed into these goals that you have for yourself.
Well, if you have been on Instagram this week, I did post my sewing goals,
Let me
kind of
pull it
taken
up.
from Dejanay, and taken
Hmm.
from like Make Nine. I did the bingo card, and really focused on skills and projects that I want to do in the sewing space. Some of these I've started, some of these are related to full sewing experiences,
Hmm.
uh, with frock tails and different things and some traveling. So
And it's
I
so aesthetic.
look, I said I'm gonna make this pretty. I'm gonna make this pretty and make it look like me, but I'm really excited about it. So I have technically 8 things on my
Hmm.
list,
Hmm.
some of which have already started. So, and I talked about this last year. So I signed up for the Confident Pattern Maker and Grader class, um, with Victoria and her name is escaping me. I can see her Instagram.
Oh, Herbatia Studios.
Yes, there you go. Thank
Hmm.
you. And it started this week, and I'm excited. Again, this is an investment
Yeah,
into sewing and stuff like that. But even in taking the beginner Illustrator class, that's the first time I've been able to actually complete some tasks in Illustrator.
nice.
And I've tried Etsy or I've tried Craftsy, I've tried Skillshare. It nothing stuck. The way that she explained this to me, I'm like, I can do this.
Hmm.
My goal is I want to, outside of Nomi, I want to have my own patterns.
Yes,
Probably I will stick with like a vintage inspired for Nomi and stuff like that, but avant-garde and just the other things in my mind for my own. So I'm really excited to start the class and it started this week. So, I have started going through that tonight's one of my tasks. I need to start taking my measurements, which I need to do anyway because I have not done that since I've
facts.
lost weight. So I need to know where I'm at in certain
Right.
things. All I know is in ready to wear, I'm about a size 34 waist and about a medium now. I started at
Proud of
like a
you.
40, 42 and a large, extra large.
So proud of you.
So
My baby
that's
is just shrinking
we trying. We trying. Now we
and
up here.
doing.
Now we up here. Gotta. I mean, I'm ready to schedule some BBLs or something. No, I'm not. I'm
I
not.
can,
I'm
you
good.
know what?
I'm good.
You know
I'm
what?
good. I'm good. Because them BBLs killing y'all, and the thighs don't match. We ain't doing it.
If the thighs don't match.
And
It's not
we about thighs matching this year. In 2024, we gonna make sure the
because
thighs match.
yes,
But anywho, though, that's just one thing. So then on top of that, it's really a year of suits.
I
I
see this and I saw that vest fire.
Yes. But yeah, it's a year of tailoring and suits, it seems like. So with Amber, we're doing 1890s in spring. Um,
Okay.
so I am doing one of the black snail patterns. They have jacket and pants and stuff like that. I want to do for
Hmm.
one of those.
Nice.
Then Chicago Frocktails is the blues era, starting in the
Hmm.
20s. So I definitely want to make a 1920s suit ensemble, preferably white tie, maybe,
Hmm.
maybe.
Hmm.
See. Um,
I kind of like this white tie idea. That sounds fun.
I mean, because you don't see it that often. So white tie
Right.
will be hot. But I want a double-breasted suit, like, because I don't have suits right now,
Right.
of course, because
You don't
nothing
have very much right now because you are the shrinking man. So,
nothing fits, and literally, like, I can't even make to like replenish the wardrobe. So I've been buying discounted, like before it
hmm.
hits landfill type of stuff. But that's how I buy. If I'm gonna buy clothing, it's going to be
Right.
before it hits landfill. That's usually how I do it. So super, super discounted closeout places. Um, but yeah, so a double-breasted suit, the 1890s, 1920s, but then especially because of the garden party theme of Atlanta frock tales,
Atlanta Fact Tales.
I have been wanting a corseted vest. Like
Hmm.
to mix the corset with the men's. And when I think of garden parties, I think of Edwardian, I think of lingerie
Yeah.
dresses, I think of satin and silk and brocades and
Yes.
laces.
Yes. Yes.
Um, so I want to make this, I mean, I'm gonna be snatched. You hear me? Um, corset vest or a ribbon corset, with men in mind. So like
I
an
just
underbust
am so geeked.
ribbon corset, or ribbon late like with fan lacing or something like that, like some intricate
Yes.
details for
Actually,
that.
DTF Fabrics on Instagram just posted um some of the trim that you're talking about. And I was just like, this is glorious because when I saw it, I immediately thought about Lindsay, aka the
Mhm.
Stitch Fits, and how she makes her, how she does her floral pieces when she's
Mhm.
doing her draping. And I was like, that would be so gorgeous for that. But I could also even see it as like a whole like
Ruff
neck
or a collar.
situation, like
Yes.
as well as like the cuff giving drama, giving flair. Yes.
And especially like so the way that I think, especially for Atlanta Frocktails, I'm thinking of a lace insertion men's shirt to go with this. So very, very Edwardian, very like 1800s, but with lace and stuff like that, and beautiful, like very, very sheer lawns and chiffons and stuff like that for the
Yeah.
shirt, with a vest, probably in some type of green, with pants to
Yeah.
match. I'm gonna be looking like the garden. That's my
It's
goal.
giving me what I need to hear right
I'm going to
now.
be looking like
Yes.
the garden. So then besides that, we have some I want to do avant-garde. Like I said, I wanted my patterns to be avant-garde. So I have
Hmm.
a avant-garde, very street style image. Think Izzy Miyake, like early 90s, 80s, 90s is Issey Miyake. So I want like
Wow.
Harajuku street style. So
Yes,
I
yes,
want to have some fun. I want to have some fun. So I definitely want to.
yes. I love that silhouette.
Mm-hmm. Then there is a person on Instagram I found by Frisbee who has a Birkin-style bag. And the way he does his bags is that they are all hand, like he designs them. So they are all hand appliqued and embroidered and stuff like that.
Wow. Yeah, yeah,
But he
yeah.
sells his patterns and they're in cloth. So, and he has one that's a Birkin-style bag. So it's not technically like the Birkin with the flap over top, but it has the shape. It's the shape I like.
Mhm.
So I bought the patterns. I do plan to switch up some of the dimensions a little bit to give me the size that I want, but I
Yeah.
plan to make the bag. Probably out of cork. Because I've been wanting a cork style Birkin for a long time.
I mean, like I have some cork here. Do you want me to send it to you?
Child, wait a minute. I got we're gonna yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk.
Okay.
We'll talk.
Okay. I got it.
And then lastly, making a few quilts last year got me in the bug. I want to try paper piecing.
Paper
So,
piecing is so much fun.
so I am either looking at like this Violent Crafts one or Pride and Joy Quilts, who is also a Bernina ambassador,
Hmm.
picking up one of her patterns and doing a paper piecing project.
I have a book. I'll have to take a picture of it and send to you that I felt like was a really great resource
Mm,
because I actually learned how to paper piece from also another Bernita brand ambassador. Um, she is fantastic, but she needed testers for her I did a holiday gnome and she needed
mm.
testers. I had no idea what paper piecing was. I did it all wrong until she was like, "Oh, you did a great job. I think you did it wrong though." And then she just kind of gave me a brief overview of like how you do it, and I was like, "Wow, this is genius." Also, not nearly as hard as I had like wrapped my head around it being.
Did you cut
Um,
each one of those pieces out like as a thing and sold it without the paper? Uh-huh.
and did and did.
Hmm.
And that when that took me hours to make this
Hmm.
little gnome, to do it the right way. Oh, super fast.
Hmm.
It was just about like finding some small enough scraps for those specific pieces. But like Bisa Butler, who is like my favorite quilts artist,
Yeah.
she is a fantastic paper piecing artist. So I can't wait to see what you come up with, my dear.
So, and it's this is my foray. Like I've been Bisa Butler has always been like that's the
Mhm.
ultimate goal. I would love to do portrait quilts. I have this idea of doing a series of modern Jesus
Oh wow.
in like that portrait style of quilting,
Yeah,
showing like Jesus in different images and like as he is kind of like in people.
yeah.
So this the LGBT, the downtrodden, the black, brown, yellow, like you
Mhm.
everything.
With the
And
fro, with some curls, with the yeah,
everything, right. The downtrodden, like the dirt, like everything.
yeah.
I would love to do that.
I would
And
like to see him with a do-rag on that is like a rainbow do-rag.
I
I
like
feel
that.
like that should be a thing.
I like. Well, see, there is an image of showing like because Kehinde Wiley, this is also kind of imagery from him, and because he's
Hmm.
done a set of stained glass windows, and he's used very much urban style black paint
Mm.
in this
Hmm.
image. and there's one that kind of shows Madonna and child
Yeah.
situation, but it uses the father and child,
Oh,
and
it's
like in
beautiful.
full street gear with a with and I know some people who have gotten them printed and blown up, so they're like 6 7 feet big.
That is beautiful.
And
Yeah.
especially in a church where a lot of times the iconography is the white Jesus.
Right.
So, like in my church, we have two large glass windows of
Yeah.
white Jesus. The biggest things that,
Wow.
like, the biggest things you see in the space. So, having something like that, where it's different images of Jesus, almost on the same scale of face and stuff like that,
Yeah, yeah.
important to me.
Yes, very important. I love this. I
So
love where
I'm
you're going with
working
this.
my way up there. But I want to
Yeah.
start with just foundation paper pieces, probably an animal or something like that, none with a
Mhm.
face, and then work our way up because some of the like Bisa Butler, she does some foundation paper piecing, but then it's also just full applique and portrait quilting. And the way
Right.
that she uses silk chiffons and colors. And
It's so beautiful.
I am the color theory is what makes me nervous about like picking the fabrics and making sure that
Yes.
the gradients and the shades are right. Um, because of course there are some I'm interested in doing, but it's about having the right browns and replacing
Right.
some of the shades that they have suggested with shades that speak to me.
Right.
But yes, that's also that's my list.
I love it. This is like, I feel like this is a real big stretch. And now I almost feel like my list,
No, your list good.
you're right. Thank you. I accept that. Thank you so much.
Your list is good. This is mine. This is where I pulled mines from. And this might be 24, but 24 can start when I say 24 start
Blue and Will.
and can be as long as I want it to be.
Blue and Will.
So,
I know that's right, sir. I'm here
because
for it.
hence you heard me say 8 projects, but the middle space is me
The
because I
middle
have to
space
leave
thing.
space for my creativity to flourish and to move and my
Right.
spirit just to go as it goes.
Yeah.
So we might ebb and flow. This might change. You know, I still got patterns with know me. I still got sew
Hmm.
alongs to do. I got a
Hmm.
sew along to do tomorrow. So there's other projects on top of
Right.
this.
Yeah.
So there's got to be room for that. So,
Very true. Very true.
but I'm
For sure.
excited about this because goal setting is usually not my thing.
Yeah.
So I was proud of myself with this, and here's why I made it pretty. I had to be
She said,
excited about
make it
this.
pretty.
So,
Make it pretty. I love this. I love that.
so what about yours?
So I did actually do this in a YouTube video.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I had to just pull it up because I'm not saying I forgot already, but I'm saying that your girl might have needed a little bit of a reminder. We're only a couple days in.
I'll let
So,
you have it. Yeah.
like you, I'm doing kind of like a little bit of a homage of what Dejanay is also doing as well, as far as focusing on some skills, but also some specific items that I would like to make.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as my make nine, I really would like to master the Henley placket.
Okay.
And I feel like that's simple, um, but I don't consistently get it right.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to consistently get it right. Like I made a Henley dress last year in an hour, and that placket, flawless. But then I was making a Henley for Kalima for Christmas. And I was over here like, well, WTF? Like, how did I jack this up so bad? You know what I'm saying? So I would really like to do that because one of the things that I think that holds me back from making like the boys and the girls here, um, the polos, aside from the fact that you haven't come out with the bow polo yet, is
You
not
better
being
name my
able to get
polo.
it is named, right?
You
Okay,
better
sir.
name it.
But I want to master that placket because I know I want to make it for my husband. And granted, I do have a standard for the things that I make myself, but anything that I make him is above the standard for what I make myself, to be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the zipper fly, I do have, I've worked in getting the zipper flies in a couple of three different ways. And now I just would like to settle in and not have to follow the directions for zipper flies any longer. Like I want to have that comfortable under my belt. Um, because I would like to make some really well-fitting jeans, which is my third one.
Come
I
on.
want to, it's January. For those that are like, January, WTF is that? Um, one
You
of
need
our
to get with the
friends,
program.
Nikki, came up with January, where we focus on sewing denim and kind of no longer fearing sewing jeans and sewing with denim. Um, and I would like to make a pair of really good fitting jeans, right? One of Buy the best pair of jeans that I've bought, and I hate supporting this, is the Kardashians, right? And it's from Good American Jeans. They have the best fitting jeans for my body. Like I don't have the gapping in the back, but I do still have my jeans that slide down a little bit in the back. And I'd like to not have to fuss with my jeans. So like I would like to make sure that I get that full booty adjustment in there. So I'm no longer having to fuss around with my jeans. So I'd like to navigate making well-fitting jeans, not just for myself, but for my kids as well. Because Bo is thicker than a Snicker and is rapidly growing. Like he just hit another growth spurt. And so he's growing tall, but the pants don't fit him right because in order for them to fit his hips and his thighs, then they're too long. And then the
Hmm.
crotch is also too long. And that is like, that drives me crazy. Is seeing his crotch just too far low, right? So I'd really like to get into that. And also Kalima's shape is Aurora's actually the only one who we buy jeans for and they fit her perfectly. But Kalima is also super narrow, but she's so long that like if we buy them to fit her waist and her hips, then we're we're wondering if she's warning us for a flood, right? And if they fit her ankle and her legs, then she's constantly having to pull them up. And granted, yes, I can take them in, but what if I just made them from scratch and didn't have to worry about that? You know?
Right. Very true.
I'd like to be more consistent with my zipper installs. I'm not scared to do a zipper, but I do feel like some of those zippers go in flawlessly, just like those Hanley plackets, and some of those zippers, I'd be like, did I do it or did was somebody else in here? So I just would like more consistency with that, which also for me means slowing down a little bit,
Mhm.
which of course is a challenge, but whatevs.
Uh,
I
You,
am
you're going to
wanting
find the
to,
meditative, you're going to enjoy the meditative process of the construction. That's all.
I'm accepting that. I'm
Hmm.
accepting that. I would like to make a belt bag in leather. So leather, working with leather is one of my other goals this year. I want to, of course, sew with leather. I need to finish my pair of Jordans that I customized. Um, the hard part for me is just getting the soles on. The rest of them are completed. I just got to get the soles on.
Okay.
But I have goals of making the belt bag in leather, and that's by Choose Made. And then I also would like to make the bestie bag in leather, which is by BF Fabrics, aka BF Patterns. And then, okay, so I don't want you to judge my life, okay, because like I know who you are and how you sew. But I would like to master the blind hem by machine as well as by hand. You know, I don't hand stitch worth
Child,
nothing,
first of all, I don't know why you think I'm up here that much. I show enough will blind him on my machine. Shoot,
right? But I don't,
I blind him on my serger.
right? So I can blind hem on my serger as well, but like I would like to use more of my feet
Yes.
because like I feel like and in truth, like when it comes time for me to use my rolled hem foot,
Hmm.
first of all, we have a hate relationship. And I don't want that to exist anymore. I want to pull out my rolled hem foot, my blind hem foot, and them to be like, hey, girl, we missed you. And for me to be like, oh my God, I'm so happy to see you. I know this is about to be a great project. And that is not our relationship right now.
I don't think that's anybody's relationship with a blind him or with a rolled him foot. I'll be real honest with you. I'll be real honest. I don't think nobody has a full love. Now, we good. Now, I think I have enjoyed beyond like the best rolled hem foots that I have found are beyond like my Bernina rolled hem foots.
Hmm.
Are vintage, like
Okay.
shank style, low shank style in a vintage machine rolled
Hmm.
hem. puts. I find that it provides better stability in
Mm.
doing it. And I have better success when I do it on a
I
like a
felt like I had more success with my little like brother project runway and that little roll 10 foot than what I'm doing right now.
when you do it, especially like on your Bernina, do you change to your straight stitch plate? That also helps.
So like why you have to do that to me right now? Like we're only a couple days in 2024. I
I'm
didn't
just
mean
out
for you to
you
come for me like that.
I did not come for you.
I did it felt
I
it
provided
felt like I
knowledge.
was
That's all.
attacked a little bit.
No, I didn't. I
Is
didn't
it
do.
is it just the hit dog hollering?
It is a little bit, but it's all right. I'll let you
Proceed.
have. I'll let you have it.
Proceed.
But yeah, so but again, also too, sometimes I'm lazy, and and by lazy I mean that I will go ahead and press in that first and just do it by hand. Sometimes I find it
Mm,
easier. Um, but I'm excited for you in your feet.
thank you. Thank you.
Hmm.
Thank you so much. Now, I want to know what big things we can expect from Julian in 2024. Because 2024, yes, we are doing more, but
Yes.
not to the point where we are overextending ourselves to the point where we're losing sleep, to the point where we're hustling. Because, I don't believe in hustle mentality. I believe in structure and strategy. So tell me what we're expecting from Julian Creates in 2024.
So beyond like the regular, because the thing does not stop. Hopefully there will be. I ain't fully see. I ain't planned that. I planned out the fun stuff, the creative
Mm-hmm.
stuff more than anything. But so I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate the stretch that you are requiring of me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You will see an indie pattern from me
Yes.
this year. That's we're gonna get through this class and we're gonna make this class pay for itself for
Come
me.
on. Come on.
This class will pay for itself and pay me as well. Um, but also too, you will probably see more on YouTube and more videos and more teaching opportunities
Yeah. Yeah.
digitally. Some in person too, but definitely digitally. I want to do
Okay.
more of that this year.
I love that. I love that.
And
Do you have any booked things that we can already begin to promote and talk about?
I don't know if we can talk about them yet.
Okay. Hush hush. Okay.
I don't know if we
Confidentiality agreement, people.
beyond my regular stuff. Like with Kramer Sewing back here in Cincinnati. I would definitely be working with um the one of the local sewing guilds, American Sewing
Oh,
Guilds, and doing
yes,
a
yes,
class with
yes.
them, doing a surgery class with them. Um, and a few other things like later in the year
Mhm.
working with some I'm going to give like be focusing on giving back this year, so
Uh,
working with some different creative art centers and stuff like that, doing some teaching opportunities that way,
oh
really
my God,
focusing
that just
on
like made my heart swell.
enriching youth. So in all in everything that we do, and we also just want like I want to make sure the next generation is ready to go. And I
Yeah,
know that what inspires them is sometimes different, and sometimes people are not listening.
right.
If especially if you're inner city, like money's important. Money can
It
be
is.
life or death in many ways.
Yeah,
So the way they think of crafting and creativity has got to be different. It got to have there has to be that exchange to it. That's how
right.
they have to
Right.
buy in when they see cash coming out. So there are opportunities that I can teach people how to make a bonnet,
Yeah,
how to sew a wig. Those type of things are easy and simple that people wear and it's part of their life. So how can I teach you how to do this? So if you want
right.
to, want to learn more later, but this is a simple, quick thing that can at least get you started in something.
I love
Especially
that, Julian.
if it's like between this and doing something else because you want money.
Right. Yes. Yeah. That ah gosh, that is amazing. Please let me know if there's anything that I can do to help, whether it's in I know that you are the grant writer extraordinaire, but if you need help getting sponsors, getting like free fabric, that sort of thing, please, please, please let me know how it is that I can help out with that because I 1000% am here for it.
Love it. And
And
I
I'm like, don't
definitely
make me book a flight to come on out and teach with you.
look, we could make this, especially as two pattern designers who showing like I think this is the thing that they don't talk about in school.
Right.
Like I
They
understand
don't.
like
They don't.
our vision of the home sewing industry is not what you learn about in fashion design.
It's not.
Okay. But there are opportunities there if you know how to do them.
Exactly. Exactly.
People are still needing to learn. There's still an opportunity to, even from the perspective of home economics and stuff like that, we're going back to that. Like we're seeing that there's a recall to some of those skills that people need that people don't have. Um,
Correct.
and there's an opportunity to capitalize and tap in.
There really is.
Mhm.
And I really feel like the youth, that's where we really need to focus. Not only because of a lot of the important reasons why you said, because this is an opportunity for them to make honest money, but also because they are young and they have the inspiration, they have the creativity, they have the ideas, they have the fearlessness that many of us have lost
Mhm.
as we became trained, you know?
Mhm.
I feel like the untrained skill is the one that's the most inspirational, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So
love
yes.
that.
So for you, what can we expect more from you since you call it on me?
Honestly, listen,
Hmm.
2024 is already really filling up and it's filling me up. I want to start
Okay.
off by saying that one of the really big things that I learned, big lessons that I learned in 2023 was I have to stop pouring from an empty cup. Um, I love helping. I love showing up for people. I love helping. It is my favorite thing in the world to do. It is something that I actually feel like is linked to the reason why I have been put on earth, but I can't do it without filling myself up first. So I have been really focusing on my goals that I have. Like you giving back is something that is really big for me this year as well. There's actually a women's center that they teach. There's a huge refugee community that is very close to me. And so they teach refugee women a skill set on how to make things. So this year I'm looking to see how I can get involved with that. I'm also going to be teaching in person at Top Stitch ATL, which I
Mhm.
am so geeked about.
Come on.
So geeked. I remember when Top Stitch ATL opened up in Pont City Market, and I was like over the moon excited.
Love
So
it.
coming on now as an instructor with them has me like really feeling myself, like really like super excited, super geeked. Of course, February, in person teaching events, I will be teaching 9 classes at So Expo, which I'm very, very excited about. I'm in preparation mode for that right now. On Monday, actually, I will be kicking off the social media for Sewist program that I have launched this year.
Okay.
And that one is a freebie. I will make sure I include that link in here. We'll be going over the first lesson, the first module. It's a total module of 9, but we're going to be splitting it up into 3 sessions. The first one, of course, is free. And the reason why I'm doing that is because there's all of these social media gurus out there, and I teach marketing, I coach, I do all of these things. Um, but I don't see people focusing on social media for sewists. And there is such an opportunity for so many people. There's a lot of people doing it really, really well. And there's a lot of people who are like, I want to do it really, really well, but I don't know how to. And so I'm excited that I
That
get
would be me.
to, I don't know about that, sir, because you do an excellent job.
I
Uh,
mean, I could do better. I could do better.
there's always room for improvement for everyone. But
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
excited that I get to do that. And I felt really called to do that. Last year I took a break from coaching and I've already started back up. This month I offered 10 spots at 50% off of my think tank sessions, which are one-on-one sessions, a 1 hour long session with me where you walk away with a chock full of information and some very specific to-dos. And I'm just excited that I feel like I'm walking in my calling now, with the creatives and teaching the structure and strategy to the creative mind so that the creative mind has the opportunity to really function in its zone of genius.
Mhm.
And I'm geeked about it. This year for me, I'm focusing more on long form content. As we have seen, like my YouTube channel, I am consistently posting on there. Um, and I'm really excited about it. I took some time off of social media last year and it's hard for me to take time away from social media because I am a social media junkie, right? I've been on social media since social media has existed. We're talking MySpace, Black Planet, right? Dating
Right.
myself, okay?
Hmm.
Um, AOL chat rooms, ASL, okay? So
I ain't go
look,
that far, but I
okay,
was definitely on Black Planet and on
okay.
MySpace. I give you that.
But it was so important for me to take a break because one, I also feel like social media gets such a bad rap, right? And it's
Hmm.
like, it's just this or it's just that, it's negativity, blah, blah, blah. But when you curate your social media feed to be something that is fulfilling for you, it feels really good. And I am showing up as myself. There was a point in time last year where I felt like it wasn't okay. And then I went to this concert. I don't know if you've ever heard of Teddy Swims.
Mm-mm.
Well, look him up. He's a fantastic artist. He's actually from not too far from where I live. And I went to this concert and I watched this man sing and cry on stage and him be celebrated for his vulnerability. And I was like, I need to pause my social media. I need to take a break because if I'm feeling like I can't show up as myself, I've got to take some time to reflect on myself. And in doing that, I feel like now I have come back with more clarity. I've come back stronger. I've come back feeling more like myself. So yeah. And then of course I'm like heading the planning committee for Frocktails.
Look,
Y'all, I'm
look.
so damn geeked. I am so geeked. What I would love to do though is I would love to have like the people who are planning Frocktails like come on and chat with us so that they can promote their Frocktails as well. Because of course I'm promoting the hell out of Atlanta Frocktails. It is May 4th, so save the date. It is the My Secret Garden theme. So as you heard Julian talking about the plans for his outfits, be very clear that this is going to be the events of the season that you want to make sure that you are a part of for Atlanta. There is a saying in Atlanta, it says Atlanta influences everything, and there's a reason why. We have such a strong fashion scene here, fashion design. In fact, Atlanta Fashion Week has just announced their October dates. We've got Sustainable Fashion Week here. Um, and I'm just excited to be working to tap into some of these other things and these other areas of makers that live in Atlanta. So I'm geeked. I'm so excited about it.
So look. It's gonna be cute. If nothing else, I know I'm gonna be cute.
And Will, you're about to have more people stopping you on the street like, baby,
If nothing else, I'm gonna be cute.
that
So
part,
I need y'all to step it up, y'all.
step
Look,
it
this is
up.
the year of, if nothing else, if we didn't learn anything from last year, um, community is important, and especially
Community. Yeah.
in person and showing up for yourself in person. And these are opportunities to get out of your own comfort zone. If you normally
Yeah.
make the joggers and you've always you've had that gown pattern, you've had that dress pattern or something like that
Mm,
that you've
yeah.
always wanted to make. You bought the pattern, you bought it is a Vogue probably, and you've
Mm-hmm.
always been scared to make it. This is the time to do that.
It is. Carlos wanted you to make it. That's why he
Look,
decided.
look. I don't care, flaws and all. You come as you are, and let
Yes,
us celebrate you for coming and showing up for yourself.
that part. That
So
part.
you gotta. It's like this is the year to show up. But one thing we do want to know: do you have goals? Have you made goals this year? And
Mm-hmm.
if you feel so apt to do so, what are they? We would love to hear it.
Yes, and I will actually be posting that on our social media so you can answer the question right there.
Prompt and all. See, look at that. Look at that.
Mm, mm.
But also, we are excited. This is the year that we're going to start talking to others.
We are.
So those will be coming soon. You'll be hearing interviews. So just other great and amazing people in the sewing community
Yes.
that y'all
Although
just
we
need.
are not limiting it to just the sewing community
True. Very true.
because the podcast title is The Audacity, and you don't only have to be making audacious moves in the sewing community because the goal here is to inspire, and some of us need inspiration outside of the sewing community.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the conversation happens outside of here, and we
Yes.
live outside of just the sewing community. So it's all going to be coming together. So we are really excited to be back for another rip roaring good time. We ain't got seasons or nothing, but we took a
Not
little
yet.
break. You know, we were gone for a minute, but now we back with the jump off.
I
You
know.
know,
Like, when does the season end? I guess we'll have to figure that out.
yeah, we ain't fully figured that out yet. But Uh, yes, we are excited to be back, and we hope that you're excited to be with us and continue with us on this journey. And if
And thank you so, so much for those of you who have reached out to us on our social media during our break, to check in, to let us know that you missed us. Like, Julian, do you know how good it feels to be missed?
look, I'm
So
telling you,
thank you so, so much for that.
we really appreciate it. And as we're going into 2024, we hope that you are full of creativity and you're ready to create something and be audacious in all
Yes,
aspects of your life.
yes, yes. And with that, I'm going to allow our dear Julian to give us his best Barry White conclusion for our very first podcast episode of 2024.
See, now you done put me on. And now I gotta see if I can deepen it a little lower. No, I'm playing. But everyone, thank you so much for joining us, and we will talk to y'all next week. Bye, y'all.